Sometimes people are just a little bit too smart to realize that they're actually not very smart at all. A lot of times, smart people are really good with coming up with obstacles on why something isn't going to work. You can tell them an idea for a business or a project or a product or whatever it is, and they'll list a bunch of reasons why it's just not going to work. I have friends like that. I'll tell them a business idea, and their reply is like, oh, this is not going to work because of this, and because of that. And then most of the time, a year or 2 years later, either they're now talking about that and thinking they want to do it, or somebody's already done it and other people are already excelling at it. Smart people are also really good at knowing a little bit about a topic and thinking that they actually know everything about a topic or a subject or whatever it is. They take one little piece of information that they know about something and they basically extrapolate it and make it seem like they know everything, and they don't want to listen. Sometimes you tell them stuff, you tell them about some kind of information that you have, some kind of new idea, new venture, and they will interrupt and they will start telling you how things actually work or how things are not going to work, and they will seem to be the expert on the topic out of nowhere before even hearing you out, before even listening to your idea, before giving you a chance to explain to them what you're thinking. So they just start telling you what they're thinking because they are quote unquote smart, maybe just a little bit smart, but not so smart that they actually realize that they're kind of maybe a little stupid. Smart people are also very good at trying to figure things out before they actually go ahead and do something. They think that they need to know everything, they need to know all the details about how to do something before they actually start doing it. The problem is they spend a lot of time thinking about what they need to learn and how to figure out how to do something instead of actually jumping in and doing it. And the people that I guess are not as smart, as you would say, just go ahead and jump in and do the thing because they realize it's a good opportunity. It sounds great. Maybe they can make money. Maybe they could be successful. It might work. They don't overthink it. They just jump in and do it. And that's why you see a lot of people that you're like, I can't believe these people are that successful. They don't seem that smart. And that's the problem that some of us face. We're just a little bit smart, but not smart enough to realize these things, to just not overthink things and just jump right in and do what we got to do. And that's why we see a lot of people like that. A lot of people are successful and you wonder how they're so successful. You wonder how they make it in life. You wonder how they can put their shoes on in the morning. But they don't really worry about things like that. They don't overthink things. They find an opportunity and they go for it and they exploit that opportunity. They take action. They make it work. They don't limit themselves and block themselves from thinking that they need to learn all these different things and prepare and plan, and only then they can actually start this business or whatever it is. Because in reality, you could never plan or predict what's going to happen with anything that you do. Pretty much all the time, when you start something and you start doing it, whatever you thought was going to happen, it never actually does. There's things that happen differently, things go in a different direction, things are unexpected, and it's never exactly according to plan. And people that are just a little too smart, just a little bit smart, think that you need to have a perfect plan and that's how things are going to work. And until then, you can't really do anything. Things are too difficult. You haven't learned enough yet. You don't have the skills. You don't have the resources. There's limitations and hurdles that you just can't go over. And there's too much to learn, so you kind of just don't learn anything and you just don't do anything. Sometimes it's like an excuse, basically not to take action, not to do anything. So sometimes people are very critical of other people that either do things, or they're critical of ways to make money or businesses to start, because it kind of gives them an excuse not to take action. Because hey, if it's not gonna work anyway, then why do it, right? Even though pretty much everything would work and everything could work if you just execute properly and you just put in the work and the effort and you actually take action. Pretty much everything's gonna work. But when you make up in your mind that things are not gonna work, it's just a good excuse for you to validate why you're not taking any action and why you are not getting anywhere, because hey, there's nowhere to get to, nothing works, nothing can be done. I'm just, doing the best that I can. When you start something, you don't know what's gonna happen. You have to actually start and get in the game and start moving forward. You don't know what the next step will be and the step after that. You have to learn as you go. You can't learn something from reading or watching or listening. You can definitely learn some things and get some good advice and get some good pointers, but to actually be good at something and actually build something and succeed, you have to do it, and you have to learn by trial and error. You have to learn by doing. Don't make the mistake of thinking that you have to first learn, then take action. Kind of smart people do that. You don't want to do that. You want to be either very smart or kind of dumb, where you just take action and then you learn and you move forward and you succeed and you don't overthink things. So whenever you get those doubts in your mind, or you share some information with somebody and they start giving you all the reasons why you shouldn't do something and why something's not going to work, remember, everything works if you execute. If you take action, eventually everything will work. And of course, it's up to you. It's up to how you execute. It's up to how much effort and work you put in. But everything is doable and everything is possible if you don't put up these obstacles for yourself without first even knowing what is going on, even knowing the scope and the landscape of what you're even thinking of getting into, because you don't know until you get into it. Good luck.